Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki. So in today's video we're going to be making some nice tasty spaghetti stir fry. So for my stir fry I'm going to be using bacon. I know it seems like a lot, but it's going to shrink because of all the fat. That's a whole pack of bacon that I just chopped up. If it's too much, I'll just save some for breakfast. Those are scallions. I julienned them. That's cilantro. May not need all of that again. And these are 3 cloves of garlic and 1 white onion. Those are tomatoes. We're going to be blending them. Those are capsicums, green, yellow, red, and some carrots. I also julienned mine. And that's 1.9 lbs of chicken thighs. Yes, I highly suggest use chicken thighs for this recipe, but if you have chicken breast, you can do that as well. So for my spices, I'm going to be using black pepper, smoked paprika, pink salt. I use pink salt. You can use any kind of salt. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of the chicken bouillon. I don't have, as you can see, my powder chicken bouillon is over, so I'm going to be using cubes, but each cube is a tablespoon. And this is the choice of spaghetti. So I'm going to be cooking the spaghetti to al dente, and that just means cooking them up to where they're still firm. Okay, and so follow the instructions on your packet. Like mine, as you can see here, it says 45 minutes they're ready al dente. So it might be different on your packet, or if you don't have any instructions on how to cook the spaghetti al dente, I want to say 5 to 8 minutes for most brands. But just keep on checking on your spaghetti to make sure it's still a little bit firm. Okay, all right, let's get to it. So guys, I crushed my chicken bouillon so that I can be able to use it as a marinade as well for my chicken, because as you remember, it was in a cube, but luckily it's soft enough for you to crush it. So I'm going to be using a teaspoon of each of the spices onto my chicken to marinate it. That's for the salt, the paprika, and the black pepper. But as I said, for the chicken bouillon, it's 1 tablespoon for the marinade. So you can marinate your chicken, for 2 hours, 1 hour, or overnight. Of course, when you marinate your chicken overnight, it tastes better. It's more seasoned, but I didn't have time. I never seem to have time to marinate before time. So this is just going to go straight to cooking. I'm not going to give it any time, but that's just me. But you can marinate yours, just so that you have better tasting chicken. But either way, it's still gonna taste good even if you go directly to cooking it. So here I'm just gonna cook my bacon. I ended up using all of it because I thought it was a lot, but bacon has fat in it, so when you cook it shrinks down. I am going to be repurposing and using the oil from the bacon to fry up our chicken. So you're going to see me switching cooking pots a lot. So in the beginning I thought this cooking pot was enough, and then I switched to another one when I realized it's not going to be big enough, and then the second one was not big enough as well, and I ended up switching to a third one. So if you see me switching up on cooking pots, just that's my explanation, and I'm sticking to it. I had a lot of dishes to wash on this day. It was not funny. So if you're going to try and cook this, just make sure you get the biggest cooking pot just from the jump, so that you don't end up with so many dishes to do like me. So I'm just going to fry up my meat, and at this point I'm going to cook the meat. I'm not just browning it, it's going to cook. So you want to make sure your chicken is fully cooked before you jump to the next step where you mix up everything else. Okay, so if you're not subscribed yet, please kindly do hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well, so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. You can also go to the comment section and let me know what you think. Niambie tu vile unafeel. And you can also share this with your friends and family. And guys, also please don't forget to give this video a like If you enjoy it or any of my videos, just don't forget to give a like, because it helps to support my channel. It also helps to be recommended to other people as well, so that they can be able to come and see the video. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for always coming back. For those of you who take your time to comment on my videos, like on my videos, I'm so grateful to you guys. You guys are my darlings. Thank you so much. So guys, for the sauce, I'm also going to go in with the same spices that I had, and I'm just going to use another teaspoon for each one of them. That is for the paprika, for the black pepper, and a little bit of salt. And for the chicken bouillon, which is the cube that I just dropped right there, that's equivalent to 1 tablespoon, just in case you're interested in knowing the measurements. So I'm just going to cook this and just allow the tomatoes to cook and some of the water to evaporate from the tomatoes. And then once that's done and our spices are cooked a little bit, I will proceed to the next step. So you don't want your tomatoes to dry up, like you don't want them to cook until all the water or the juices from the tomatoes are done, like evaporated, because you're going to need a little bit of sauce for your meal, because you're going to be dropping in your spaghetti. So you do need a little bit of sauce, so just make sure it doesn't all evaporate and dry up. So like I said, I changed to my third cooking pot. Yeah, this was not funny. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny on that day. So I should have just started with my wok, and it would have been a 1-pot meal. But right now I can't even claim it's a 1-pot meal because I done used 3 of them. But anywho, it's okay. So I'm going to be dropping in my bell peppers. You can use any color bell peppers. These are just the ones that I used because I just love the combination of the colors. And I didn't cook this for long. I cooked this for about 5 minutes because I still like my bell peppers like crunchy, you know. Yeah, I still have some texture in it. So depending on you, because there are some carrots in here as well, depending on you, you can choose to cook them fully or just cook them a little bit like me so that they can have a little bit of crunch. I also added crushed chilies, and that's totally optional. I love chili, so I think I add chili in most of my foods, if not all, but that's totally optional. If you do not like chilies, you don't have to. Yeah, so after this I just proceeded to put the rest of my ingredients. So this didn't take long. It probably took about 5 to 10 minutes to just complete. So guys, if you're not subscribed yet and you've made it this far, kindly just hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. So for my spaghetti, once they were cooked to al dente, I ran some cold water over them, just to make sure they stop cooking, and so that they're not stuck together as well. So you might want to do that. My spaghetti are very thin. This is the kind of spaghetti that I like. So I mean, it's up to you the kind of pasta you want to use or spaghetti. And then I just mix it up a little bit. So you want to put in your pasta or your spaghetti little by little, so that you can see how well it's going to mix up with the rest of your your stew. Because if you do not have enough liquid, it might end up being sticky. So that's why you see me adding little by little, just to kind of see how well it's gonna mix. I ended up with a lot of spaghetti left over, which is fine. I can always use it for another meal. And then now I'm just going in and putting in my chicken. Remember, my chicken is fully cooked at this point, so it's just mixing it up and warming it up. So the settings on my cooker is very low, the lowest setting, completely the lowest, because remember, everything is cooked now. We're just gonna mix it up all together, and then the food is also going to get warmed up. So yeah, that's why you don't want to do this on high heat, because it will start sticking to your cooking pot. And then yeah, I just serve it. I also went ahead and added some cilantro. That's totally optional. You guys have seen me cooking. It's like I almost put cilantro in everything in all my meals. It's just a Kenyan thing, I think. It's a Kenyan thing. So yeah, and that's about it. And look at that meal. I love this. It's flavorful, it's simple. It's supposed to be a one-pot meal, but we're not going to claim that today because we done use 3 of them. But yeah, if you just use one pot, everything is going to come together perfectly, beautifully. So I went ahead and added my green onions, and that's how I decided to chop them up, just for aesthetics, just to please my eyes. You can chop them smaller than that. They don't have to be as dramatic as mine. But I loved it, and everybody who ate this meal loved it, so there were no complaints. So yeah guys, we're almost to the end of the video, and I'm just gonna let you enjoy the rest of this, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.